What is up, my friends? It is Sunday morning's Anfield Agenda transfer news roundup. There is lots for me to go through today. Ins and outs are going to be discussed. As always, we'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Right, let's get straight into it. News breaking was that there was interest in Nat Phillips coming from Turkey. Initially, I was skeptical about this, but it has been backed up by Fabrizio Romano as well, and it's Trabzonspor who have made an inquiry to try to bring Nat Phillips over to the Turkish Super League. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I think, look, wherever Nat goes, he's an honest player. I think fans will love him. If he fancies a move over to the Turkish League, why not? He's got 1 year to go in his Liverpool deal, and it's thought that about £8 million would be the number, which would be enough to satisfy Liverpool. Next up, we're talking about a potential loan move again, and it's Birmingham City who are interested in taking Owen Beck from Liverpool on loan. Obviously, he had done really well at Dundee, but now it seems as though Birmingham City have made a move to try and bring him in on loan for the upcoming season. I'm not sure yet exactly what Liverpool's plans are with Owen Beck, but we'll keep you up to date whenever we get a confirmation on this one. So, to a couple of big stories now, my friends, and don't worry, I wasn't going to leave you hanging. We are, of course, going to be talking about Nico Williams because there wasn't one, but two stories today coming out discussing Nico Williams and his potential move to Liverpool or Barcelona. So this one firstly comes from Mirror Football, and they say that Liverpool are prepared to meet Nico Williams £49 million. I think it's a bit lower than that. I think it's about 54 million euro. Maybe it is about £49 million that Liverpool are prepared to pay the release clause that would bring Nico Williams over. Now that was backed up by El Nacional, who are a Spanish outlet, who've said the same thing, that it's just Liverpool and Barcelona left going head to head for the Bilbao winger. You know my thoughts on him. I think he'd be an absolute superstar, and I do understand the wages are, well, they're rather hefty, but for me, this guy's going to be a star and I'd be all over it. So let me know what you think. £49 million or about €54 million, would you trigger that release clause if you were Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, or indeed, of course, Arne Slot? One interesting little note, actually, from the press conference yesterday, the first one that we'd seen Arne Slot sit down to address the Liverpool media. It was nice to see Richard Hughes there with him, and it kind of got me back thinking about a quote from Antonio Conte before, where he thinks in the Premier League that the managers are thrown under the bus a little bit sometimes with the press conferences or post-match stuff, that on the continent in Europe, a lot of the time you will see the sporting director there with the manager. So I wonder if this is potentially a sign of things to come, the fact that Richard Hughes was there sitting alongside Arne Slot. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's certainly always interesting to have two perspectives on any situation, and I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Quick reminder as well that we are only 4 weeks away now from our live shows. August the 2nd, we're going to be in Cardiff at the Richard Burton Theatre, and August the 4th, we're going to be at the brand new Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. Both of those shows are all ages events and tickets are priced at just £15. You can get your tickets with the link in the description. So this piece here coming out of the Mirror said that Liverpool are hoping, and the word here is hoping, that Mohamed Salah will sign a new contract when his current deal expires in 2025. Now look, I'm a little bit confused by this. My preference, as always, is to sell Mo, but I've said signing a new deal, I've no problem with that either. It's just the idea of him leaving for free that really doesn't sit well with me. But what I don't like about this is the hoping part, and two, that he will sign it when his deal comes to an end. Surely you want to be getting that tied up as soon as possible. Now, from the club side, can I see a situation where maybe they want to see how Mo gets on for the first few months, seeing if he's fully recovered from that injury and can rediscover his form? Potentially, but it is a dicey game, because if Mo does show great form, we're going to have to pay through the nose to keep him, and if we don't, well then he's going to walk on a free, and that has always been the thing that worried me the most. I don't think you can afford to lose players that you've brought into the club and that have got to the levels he has on a free. It just seems like bad business. There is another report though coming out of Italy, and this time it's linking Liverpool with a centre-back, somebody whose name you probably remember from previous transfer windows. It is Gelson Bremer. This report said that Juventus are determined to keep him, but that they would listen to an offer of €70 million, which is about £60 million. Again, I don't believe it, quite frankly, because if we were interested in this guy, which we were when he was elsewhere, why didn't we make the move then? It would just seem foolhardy. I think this is Juventus maybe trying to drum up some interest to try and bring in some money, because they're looking to get the likes of Toyin Koopmeiners in. Obviously they've brought in other players as well, Douglas Luiz and Kefren Thuram on the way. So yeah, look, €60 million, €70 million, it doesn't really matter. I think there are better options for Liverpool than Bremer. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Love to know your thoughts in the comment section. For me though, this is a massive no-no. One interesting line though coming out of Sport Bild is linking Liverpool with a right winger, but not one that I can say I've ever heard of. It's Mainz right winger Brahan Gruda. The player is looking to secure a move and take the next step in his career this summer, said Sport Bild. Now, we do know that Mainz have an interest in keeping the centre-back that we loaned them, Sepp van den Berg, for the next season. So if Liverpool are interested, maybe there's a little something to be done here. Now, I don't know anything about this kid. He's 20 years of age. Other than that, I don't know anything about him. So any thoughts you guys have, would love to read them in the comment section, because I'm always up for being educated on players who Liverpool are looking at. So let me know your thoughts on this one. Is this a bit of a speculative one from Sport Bild, or perhaps is there something to it? Speaking about potential speculative deals, they've also gone on to say that Liverpool have shown an interest in Jeremie Frimpong, who of course is now part of that Dutch team that will be taking on England in the semi-final of the Euros, I believe on Wednesday in Dortmund. This piece here said that Liverpool are showing an interest in a 23-year-old. We know the release clause is there of €40 million, so it wouldn't be the most expensive deal in the world. For me, this would depend on what Trent's future is, either what position Arne Slot sees him in, or if you're going to be here long term. We all hope, of course, that Trent Alexander-Arnold signs a new contract, but until he does, well, confusing times ahead, because we know he's away with England. Scored the winning penalty for them last night as well in the penalty shootout. Actually, all those England penalties, the whole 5 of them are really well taken. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one. I know a lot of you would like to see Frimpong brought to Liverpool, but unless we lost Trent, I don't really think the need is there. But maybe you think I'm wrong. Maybe you could look at him as a potential longer term Mohamed Salah replacement on the right side of our attack. And one final little bit of news today comes from Dave O.C. Kopp, who said that Liverpool are set to open contract talks with Bobby Clark next week as the Reds look to tie the youngster down. Now, this confused me a bit, and I'm not saying that Dave's right or wrong, but we did just sign him to a new deal 7 months ago, so unless Liverpool want to just throw more money at the kid and really feel like he's one for the future, which of course he is, we know how good Bobby Clark is. I think $1.5 million from Newcastle, if my memory's right, but I'm confused by it. You know, he signed a new deal 7 months ago. I don't think he's done enough in that 7 months to really justify it, in all honesty. Look, and when I say I don't think he's done enough, I don't mean I don't think he's good enough. He is absolutely good enough, but I would have assumed 7 months ago when he signed the new deal, we would have understood that at that point and given him fair. But look, I'm not against the youngster getting higher money if the club feel he deserves it. I definitely feel like Bobby Clark has a big future at the club. It remains to be seen what will happen with him this season. Will Arne Slot keep him as part of the first team squad, or will he go out on loan? I honestly am happy with either one because I really rate Bobby Clark, and I can see Arne Slot maybe utilise him throughout the season, and whenever he has come in, the biggest compliment I can pay Bobby Clark is he's never let us down. So that is pretty much it, my friends, from me. We will be back live tonight, though. We've taken the last couple of days off live streaming because the Euros have been on and we know everybody was watching them, so we will be back tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda, where we'll go through all of this and much more over the course of the 90 minutes or so. Thank you to you guys for watching, and keep an eye out for a brand new studio which we're going to be releasing very soon. We think you guys will like it. We've shown it to our Discord group, and hopefully you guys have the same type of response that they did. Until then, my friends, really appreciate catching up with you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.